in from out on location. He's out on the streets somewhere. What up, Lieutenant Crane?
Hey, I'm trying to get listeners for you. I'm doing my best, but I think I'm struggling.
Yeah, what you need to do, just hit up the various local grocery stores, pubs, wherever the tourists are. And, you know, you've got that K-Bear app and you just show it to them. Be like, listen, sir, I'm an officer of the law. Are you familiar with the K-Bear 101 app? It's very important to the safety of your family and your travels. And, yeah, you can convince them.
This is a safety concern. I think I know where I'm going wrong, though. Instead of having my phone with my app out, I'm ripping my shirt off and showing them my tattoo that says K-Bear Traffic School.
Well, it is the coolest tattoo that anyone's ever seen. I mean, it covers a good portion of your entire chest. So I don't know why you don't show it off more often. I mean, if mine is much smaller, so I don't. If I had one as big as yours, everybody would be seeing it all the time.
Exactly right.
Yeah. So, listeners, we would like you to take part in Traffic School powered by The Advocates. The number to call, 208-535-1015. And let's see, I set up a new Traffic School form at our new website, riverbendmediagroup.com. Let's see if anybody has used it yet.
I wonder if we didn't change that up every week, if it'd be more consistent with people using stuff.
Just change it all the time. I mean, if you go to the K-Bear page and click Traffic School, it kicks you right over to there. So it's the same ultimate path, or, the ultimate, not path, but the ultimate destination. But multiple routes to get yourself there. Doesn't look like anybody's used it yet, though. So, listeners, why don't you call us up?
I'll tell you what people are using, and that's Highway 26 to Jackson, right? They're using Piney Creek Pass, Highway 31 over to Highway 26 to get over to Jackson, where the pass is still out. Just want you to know, if you're going to go out and recreate this weekend that direction, or you're still traveling for work, or whatever reason that may take you that way, please slow down, use caution. A lot more extra traffic on that road right now. And we do have patrol out in droves. And so we're doing what we can to enforce it, but we need to be patient just a little while longer. They've come up with a temporary solution that they're supposed to have wrapped up here in a few weeks, and then we'll be routing traffic back over the pass. But for now, everybody just needs to be patient and drive defensively. Yeah,
I would imagine you get people who are out on vacation, planning on hitting Grand Teton, Jackson. They get a little bit frustrated behind the wheel. It can cause problems for everybody. So just try to be patient. We're dealing with out-of-staters they're just in a rush to get over to those animals, try to pet them, and get chucked through the air by a bison. And, you're dealing with irrational people here. So.
Why do you wear a T-shirt that says, thanks for visiting, please pet the bison?
I don't know why I wear that shirt, but, we've got to update the videos that you see when you walk into the tourist centers at places like Old Faithful. Because when I would bring my kids there back in the day, Lieutenant Crane, these videos that show bison chucking children through the air, they're kind of old. And I think with the modern technology, we could get some great high-definition videos of bison throwing people through the air. And without my support by wearing that type of a T-shirt to encourage people to pet the fluffy cows, we might not get the quality footage that we need to really, shock people. I talked about this earlier in the week. The government likes to waste our taxpayer dollar on all these stupid things. Why not take some of that money that's allocated for our national parks and right at every gate to Yellowstone, you put up a big video screen that just shows people getting brutalized by animals over and over again? Do you think that would help cut down on some of the accidents that happen with idiots and bison and elk inside of Yellowstone?
I think that would help, because I know with my kids, when it was that meth campaign and it was showing the commercial with the one in the shower, and all of a sudden she's just horrid and bleeding and all that.
Yeah.
Not only do my kids not do meth, but they don't shower either.
Well, okay, which is worse? They're smelly or, hooked on meth? I think you'd go for smelly, right?
Those commercials come out and you're like, hey, go go take a shower. No, thanks.
That had to be a fairly effective ad campaign. I mean, when you're driving down the street and there's just a horror movie on every billboard. I thought it was great. Oh, man. Yeah. Bring back some of the old school. Because before that, the commercials, I don't think people were taking them too seriously. You had the guy who'd crack the egg in the pan. Son, this is your brain on drugs. It's like, well, I'm kind of hungry, and that looks kind of delicious. So, who doesn't like a fried egg? But then you show, the person with they got the sores all over themselves. They're scratching, and their skin's all pale, baggy eyes, laying in a dirty room. It's like, this doesn't look very fun. It's not very good.
When they were doing, this is your brain on eggs, I was like, I don't even know if I have a brain.
Or the other one, son, where did you get this? Dad, I learned it from you. Some of the old commercials from the early 90s, definitely not as effective as those brutal meth campaign, commercials. And, they're starting to do this with labels on, things like cigarettes. Like if you go to a convenience store, there might be some big, bold letters like, your face is going to rot off. And you're like, whoa. But why not show the rotten face? Come on. Some people, there's words all over the place. And, who's going to read all these words? You got a nice, shocking, gruesome image. I think that's effective advertising.
When I was young and that commercial come out and they're talking through the hole in their throat because of throat cancer from smoking, that was pretty effective.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't see that. Now they're just like, it's really addictive and it's real bad. Read these. Here's a bunch of words. No, show the lady who's that commercial was nasty. She'd be taking drags through the hole in her neck.
Yeah.
And then, this is how I have to smoke now. Oh, yikes. Yeah, come on. Everybody's gotten to be a little bit weak, Lieutenant Crane. That's what's going on here. People can't handle these kind of commercials anymore.
Can't handle the truth.
That's right. Listeners, if you don't want to hear about gruesome commercials, you're going to have to call us at 208-535-1015 with some traffic school questions. I mean, usually by now, at least Stuart or Crazy Jay's called in. Maybe they're enjoying our banter on gruesome commercials. I don't know.
We ought to do a welfare check on Crazy Jay. I haven't heard from him for a while.
I saw him recently at the place he works at. He seemed like he was doing pretty well. He's just, his hours are a little bit off when it comes to tuning in for traffic school. But he did tell you hello. All right.
You'd think he'd have enough seniority that he could tell him, I don't work on Fridays from 8:45 to 9:30.
I would think so. They should give him at least this 1 hour, this half-hour time frame off. K-Bear, you're live on Traffic School, powered by the Advocates. Who's this?
Mitchell.
Mitchell, what's up, man? What's your question?
I was just curious I'm not sure the law, so I figured, this is the perfect place to ask. If I'm, at a traffic stop, like if I've been pulled over, is it within my rights to ask for another officer at where I'm at?
You cut out, ask for another officer because of what reason?
So just for a random example, what if you feel like that cop's targeting you?
Oh, that's a good question. So you've gotten asked to talk to a supervisor if one's available. Now, I'll tell you, we're like everybody. We're not fully staffed. We're running a little short. So if you want to be a state trooper, now's the time. But, if you think there's an issue there and somebody's available, it may be possible they could run somebody else over. If not, what the process would be there then is you would contact the officer's immediate supervisor and let them know, hey, I got a complaint. I'd like you to look into this and go from there. Now, I love those, and I love to say, let's do that, and let's watch that video together and see what's happening here.
Sure. That makes sense.
That's a good question, man. I'm going to remember that next time I feel like they're taking up too much of my time.
Well, now, I think getting pulled over 3 times in a week for something that has been fixed seems a little like harassment.
Okay, what did you do?
Officer?
He thinks my plate's obstructed on my motorcycle, but it's mounted perfectly perpendicular to the road on my sling arm. I cannot make it any more visible.
Did you put a level on that?
Oh, yeah, I did, actually.
There's nothing that says it has to be perfectly level.
So when you say it's on a swing arm, I'm not familiar with, I'm not super familiar with motorcycle. What is that?
If you were talking about training wheels, he'd understand.
Yeah. That's how my bike works.
Yeah,
so on your swing arm, is it pointing to the left or right, or is it pointing to the rear?
It's pointed straight back.
Okay. Yep.
Top of the plate is to the right, but just how it's oriented on its side.
Okay.
So
yeah,
that's what I was
same officer each time?
What was that?
Same officer each time?
Yeah, it has been.
Okay. There must be something he doesn't like about it that
I don't know if he doesn't like me or if he doesn't like my motorcycle or what it is, but it's a little frustrating.
Probably doesn't like the air in your tires.
No.
Probably, yep. The gas in my tank.
So, Lieutenant Crane, in a situation like this, if you feel like you've done everything possible to fix an issue with a vehicle and you feel like, there's a particular officer who just is not satisfied with what you've done to alleviate the issue, what's the best next step to, bring it in, get it cleared up, and ensure that you're running your vehicle properly according to the law so you don't keep getting pulled over?
Yeah, that's really what I want to do.
I would make an appointment with the supervisor. I'd call in, find out who the supervisor is, make an appointment with them, say, hey, can I bring this in so you can look at it? And then go in and have a discussion with the supervisor and then say, hey, if you're good with this, would you please talk to the officer that's stopping me and let them know that I'm in compliance with the law. Now, the one thing you may find is the supervisor's like, that's not right. That's not quite right. This is what needs to happen. So you don't keep getting stopped, and then that way you have a chance to do that either direction, right? So, yeah, who knows which direction that would go, but either way, yeah, you can meet up and get it resolved and get the problem fixed, or the problem is fixed, and the officer can be talked to or fix the problem. So,
perfect.
All right, man. Good question, and also good luck out there. Hope you can get that fixed up.
I hope I keep getting, or I guess I hope I get left alone and stop being bothered. I keep wasting tax dollars, but.
Hey, man, you wouldn't believe this. I get bothered by a police officer weekly. Every single week, the same guy just shows up and starts hassling me at my workplace.
And I mentioned to him the same problems he has every week that he hasn't fixed.
Seems like you got to talk to the supervisor.
I know. I think he is a supervisor, though. That's the problem.
Mostly his
somebody's
attitude.
got to have a supervisor.
I'll find out who his supervisor is one of these days. All right, man. Appreciate the call today.
Awesome. Thanks, you guys. Have a good weekend.
You too. Peace. Look at that. I didn't even hang up on you, Lieutenant Crane. 208-535-1015, the number to call for traffic school powered by the Advocates Injury Attorneys. Lieutenant Crane, an online discussion happening right now regarding fireworks. Now,
is it that time of year?
It is that time of year. And I don't know if you're aware, but people around here, some people will go out and purchase illegal fireworks and set them off, not even on the 4th of July, but they're doing it right now. It's unbelievable.
Hey, this takes me back to Debbie's question last week. Remember Debbie?
Sure.
Was it Debbie that said, hey, my friends haul a lot of marijuana, and they haul it from states. They haul it from states that are legal in Idaho, and she wondered, was that legal? Fireworks fall under the same category. You can go to places and buy them legally, but that doesn't mean they're legal in Idaho. And the way to know whether you got legal fireworks or not is to look at the packaging and see if it says on there safe and sane.
So it's like the opposite kind of logo or warning that my morning show would have.
Yeah, crossbones and skeletons.
Unsafe, insane. Please don't listen to this man. That's kind of a boring, label to put on a firework. I got to say safe and sane, but it's helpful, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're not going to impress your neighbors with them. I'll tell you that. But
So, everybody in this online thread that I was reading through was telling the person who posted about it, because they were like, these people are setting off these explosive, loud mortars up in the sky in the middle of the night. They're scaring my children and my dogs. Will the authorities do anything? And everybody's like, nope, around here, they just put their hands in the air for a month straight. You just got to deal with it. I would assume if your neighbors are getting completely out of control, I mean, nobody likes a snitch, but I would imagine that getting an officer to show up before the 4th of July for illegal fireworks is probably a lot easier than on the 4th.
So we need to go back to load capacity, right? Call load. And once again, you can only handle so many calls. But back to the last caller is it the same thing? They shoot off the fireworks. The cops get called. The cops show up, take care of tell them, hey, let's take care of this problem. Cops leave. Cops get called to the same location again. And that guy's like, hey, the cops keep coming to my house. I don't want to see the cops. I thought you said you didn't want to come back here again, Officer Ralph.
I don't understand. They look safe and sane to me.
So when you said don't shoot any more off in the sky, you meant like literally. But no, I do know they issue citations on that, and they stay busy. If you listen to our radio traffic, the next 4 weeks, you'll hear them responding to them. And yeah, so there is action taken, but there is a lot of fireworks that get shot off too. So,
oh yeah, I mean, I have witnessed the police show up and tell people to stop setting off illegal fireworks. So that's why I thought it was funny. People are like, nah, they don't do anything for a whole month. No worries. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen them in every neighborhood I've been in show up and give people a talking to. What kind of a ticket can you get for lighting illegal fireworks?
It's got a set penalty. I don't know what that is, to be honest with you. A lot of times those are city ordinances and stuff that they cite them under, so I don't know. What's interesting about that is when you talk about they don't do anything, what I find to be the truth on that is as long as they're, I don't see them stopping my neighbor, they're not doing anything. But as soon as they stop me, then it's like, you don't have anything better to do than spend the taxpayer's dollar visiting with me today?
I thought this was America and we're celebrating our freedom. All right. Well, I just wanted to let everybody know. Yeah, you can face some trouble for that. And also just to be somewhat respectful of your neighbors. People do have children and dogs and, middle of the night, weeknights, every day for weeks on end. Probably going to start to aggravate your neighbors. And it's good to be in good graces of your neighbors. Then if every once in a while you decide, I want to make a bunch of racket, have some friends over and get loud, then your neighbors don't call the police on you for that one night. You want to blast some tunes.
I got a question for you.
All right.
I got a question for you. You hear, hey, I got little kids and dogs that's scaring them. How come you never hear, I've got a cat, it's scaring my cat? Does it not scare cats?
Yeah, I think it scares cats worse than anything. I remember a couple years ago, we had this other cat that it wasn't a kitten anymore. It was probably, by then 8 months old, maybe. I don't know for sure. But it had went outside and wouldn't come in on the 4th of July, and it hid under our deck till about 2 a.m. And I felt so bad. I couldn't get it out of there. It just sat there and took the 4th of July. And it was terrified. But
now, is that a problem or is that smart? Because if I had the chance, I'd go under someplace and lay down, take a nap too till 2 a.m. on the 4th of July morning.
That's true. I mean, it was about as good of a spot as it could be in. But yeah, I know that my old cat, He could sit outside during the 4th of July and he just doesn't care. He's not fazed by anything. But, some animals, it does bother them. We'll see what happens with the new kitten I got from you. She's turning into quite the wild little beast. Tell you what, she's a firework herself. So,
The other thing I would like to do is on the 4th of July, the night of the fireworks, we ought to start a new, I don't know what you'd call the book, but a book of excuses on why you, rather than other people, should be able to go down closed roads and areas not open to the public at the time.
oh, yeah, we hadn't even addressed that with the 4th of July coming up. There's a very detailed and planned out exit strategy from the Melaleuca Freedom Celebration and Riverfest that you folks in the city and the county and a bunch of people all work together on. What advice do you have for people after the big show?
Well, before you get to the show, plan out your night. Know which direction you want to leave. Look at the maps. Know which parking lot you need to be in to get out, right? Because the traffic's all going to flow in the pattern that's set on the website and the maps that you're going to see. Now, it works great. We put a lot of people down there to watch the fireworks. And last year, I think traffic was flowing on its own after an hour and 20 minutes. That is amazing for that kind of population to be moved out of an area and free-flowing traffic after an hour and 20 minutes. So the biggest plan, or the biggest thing to do, is plan ahead. Go to the website, look at the maps, find out where you want to park so you can get out and get to where your destination is after the fireworks. Take a few more minutes on the front end to save yourself a lot of time on the back end.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And be patient with others. I know that if you don't plan ahead, you're going to find routes that you would expect to be open closed. Because it's happened to me in the past. I'm like, we're way far away from here. Why is this closed? What's the deal?
Do you know who I am?
Go to freedomcelebration.com. They've got all the information there that you're going to need. You could find out where to park. You could find out the routes. They've got it all. So go check it out, freedomcelebration.com, where you can also find out about things like Riverfest and the different events happening throughout the day. I'll be there all day. What about you, Lieutenant Crane? You going to come hang out with me?
No.
No? Okay. All right. I just had to ask because every year, I invite you out to hang out with me and, all these opportunities, there's always some kind of excuse.
That's right. But I will say this. If you're from our community or know someone that's coming into town, let them know about it. It's a wonderful opportunity and an amazing show that gets put on.
Absolutely. All right, we've got a caller. This might be our only caller of the show.
Victor.
What's up? You're live on Traffic School, powered by the Advocates.
Hey. So it's Red Ed. Good morning. I had a question about Center Street, going up Center Street in Pocatello, where it says no trucks. Does that include little box trucks, or does that fall under anything more than 5 axles as a truck?
What it's going to fall under is anything that qualifies as a commercial vehicle.
So because a little box truck is pretty tight through there, so I was wondering if those were included in it.
If you're doing commerce out of your box truck, you're a commercial vehicle.
Oh, okay. Yep. Understood. Thank you.
Hey, good question, Ed. Thanks for the call. Hope you've been well.
Yeah, have a great weekend.
You too, man. See ya. All right, Lieutenant Crane. Well, I think we had a pretty good educational and informative show today, even with light on callers. That's all good. I hope you have a good trip. And, I hung up on him. I knew I'd do it. We had, just a couple callers, and I still managed to hang up on you.
Excellent. We still have a caller.
Yeah. I was, saying that we had a good educational, informative program, and that I hope your little trip goes well, and look forward to next Friday morning.
All right. Sounds good. And have a safe weekend. Once again, if you're traveling out in the Swan Valley area over to Alpine, be patient and add time into your travels.
Traffic School is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or get more information, check out our website, riverbendmediagroup.com.